plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Courteous, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. Courteous is my name, the Legion is my calling. This is a storing house for Legion supplies, perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Courteous, have been trusted to guard it.
Well, a source hunter. A very hearty welcome to our humble warehouse. Have a look around, and don't mind if I pick your brain about the scoop around Undervale. I'm behind on my current affairs. I tell you, this gig sure beats getting my toes bitten off by zombies out in the field. We warehouse guards don't have to do much apart from stroll the perimeter a few times an hour. And of course, every now and again, some friendly folks, like yourself, will wander through here. And nothing beats a pleasant conversation, though my comrade Horatius has quite different opinions on that matter. Have you talked to him? Thinks every man, woman and child who steps foot in this place wants to rob it blind. If I so much as greet a townsperson with a hello instead of a state your purpose, he starts frothing on and on about godly duty and security breaches. This Jake business is quite the scandal, no? I myself suspect his wife Esmeralda, and the butcher seconds that, let me tell you. Then again, and you didn't hear this from me, he's going through quite the nasty divorce himself, and there's his children to consider. But I imagine his youngest, Kimberly, won't mind. Never did get on well with her mother ever since the incident. Oh, it's an unparalleled pleasure having a fresh ear around here.
One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all.
God, duty's not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Reeks of orc stench. Well, a source hunter. About time the cat.
Listen, she's purring, the darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit? Who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that...
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but this one has been reformed. Anyone can see that she's completely docile. But my prejudiced friend here still wants to kill her.
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time to indulge Ninius's idiotic obsessions. But now we're needed at our posts. I can hardly believe I've been wasting time protecting an orc when I should be running them through.
Excuse my friend's violent outbursts. He hasn't enjoyed a woman's touch in quite some time now. It makes him a bit edgy.
Your woman's touch is less of a loving caress and more of a claw shanked brutally through the throat. I'll take my chances as a bachelor, thanks.
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls, when who did I see?
creeping along the shore, but this lovely orcish lady. For a brief second, as long as eternity, we locked eyes. Perhaps confused by the butterflies in her stomach, she sprang up and began running, claws bared towards Marius. Fortunately for him, I had the presence of mind to ignore my sword and instead adroitly fling my pouch of trinkets towards her. A vial of love potion shattered over her head, and when she turned to face me, she became instantly enamored. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the Orcish army under some kind of duress. A lady with such a sweetly savage manner would never willingly join up with those vicious marauders.
Ha! I can assure you there wasn't a hint of sweetness in those murderous eyes when she lunged at my throat. She may be confined here for now, but who's telling when she'll escape and who she'll rip to shreds? You see? He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet. Please tell me you can reason with him, or ditch reason and use your sword to shave him from his murderous darling.
What's the point in causing more pain in this beleaguered city? Question her and see what comes of it. All right, we'll do it your way.
Bravo! I trust not only the potion, but my scaly sweetheart in and of herself.
You're going to regret this. We're all going to regret this.
A man in love with an orc? Blummin' bullfrogs. Is he blind, stupid, or both? Imagine the hell-sent mongrel that'll crawl forth from that union. Why didn't you put her down while you had the chance? Now, don't get me wrong. If I'd seen evidence, any indication at all, that an orc were more than either a bloodthirsty hellhound or a bloodthirsty hellhound in clever disguise, I'd be the first in line to bless any such mixed-up union.
Come now, enough doom and gloom. Cast your gaze instead upon my fair, fanged filly.
But knowing what I know and seeing what I've seen, I can draw just one conclusion. An orc's an orc. A human's a human. And the only congress the two ought to share is that of war.
Gage, and I'll handle this threat for all our sheiks.
No! She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her wood.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows.
It's like bringing a wolf to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring, darling.
What fool would trust a two-bit?
I can't even smell the sea air over this drop.
Brew and spice 'em, stir and churn! Ah, gracious patron, I see your tired eyes looking a bit
Here for your daily serving.
I'm straight, I'm true. Well, what's...
Sorry, but I haven't the time.
That thief is free for now, but I...
Let's just see if you can choose the finest breed.
Sauce hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets thieved in the night. Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I love that sheep, you know. Was planning to cook her into a fine midwinter night haggis myself. Do tell... Sauce hunters, eh? If you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now.
Eat a big cheese on your front with a wheel and a good snack.
These damn birds won't fetch more than a pittance.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting for his big debut. Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? And who are you supposed to be? Oh, I should have been one of the greats. But here I am gathering peasants to watch peasants perform broadside pageants for peanuts. No, really? I hadn't noticed. If not for this ridiculous condition, you'd know me as the king's favorite thespian. Don't you have an impressive library here in Sicil? I'm sure that beast of a librarian could rustle something up for you. Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig circus after all.
My word.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place? Well, I'm Katerina the Fair, fairest first lady of the fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers. I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience.
My word!
The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvelous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to find tried and true material. Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a Source Hunters take on one of the old standards. Right away, my dear, just as fast as your boots can carry you. You speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can adequately prepare you for the stage.
My word!
Fantastic!
Come on! Come on! What is it this time? Katerina's given the go-ahead, has she? Oh, very well then. Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll show you to your places and gather you whatever crowd of drunken yokels can be prevailed upon to watch you flail about on stage. Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? There's no more savage foe than an audience, my dear. But I'm sure you'll do just fine. May the show begin! Not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims to witness the spectacle, and then you can begin. Any last words?
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated. Now, let's not be hasty. They may be dragging their feet, but your show is sure to knock the crowd's socks off. As soon as they settle into their seats, that is.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
The stage is yours. The crowd is completely appalled by your retelling. Are you sure that's how the story goes? Perhaps you ought to study a bit more and try again later.
The action was elevating, but the story was
You there?
simply
Look like an
unforgivable.
actor just waiting for his big debut.
By the seven, what a tale!
My word! Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal what you're made of.
Fantastic! Today, I think, a king. The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. Fantastic! It is said, and this I have heard...
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal what you're made of.
My word!
Very flattering.
Fantastic!
My word!
Come on, come on. Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Fantastic!
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal what you're made of. Very flattering. What is it this time? Oh, here we... Not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
Bravo! Yeehaw!
The stage is yours. The crowd seems to know the tale. They wholly approve of your beginning.
Good show!
The crowd is thrilled. Whatever will happen next is sure to excite them.
Bravo!
The crowd seem quite impressed with your delivery. Keep it up.
Good show!
The crowd gasps. They're on the edge of their seats. Go on. Push them over. Gasps ring out across the audience. They must know how it ends. They simply must. The crowd explodes into applause and appreciation. You've woven them a tale of desperation and hope, and they are alive with the thrill of it.
I haven't seen a show like that in years. I'm all a quiver.
You there! You look like an actor just waiting for it. What is it this time? Bravo! Bravo! Well, I'm certainly not afraid of admitting when I'm wrong. That was, well, nearly enjoyable. I suppose you earned yourself a little something for your trouble. Wouldn't you agree?
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you are.
My word!
The king had a great thirst for colour.
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan. That's right, a talking head. And he doesn't just talk. He'll weave you a yarn so fantastic, you'll be begging to hear just one more, and just one more. I obtained this curio by some rather sensational means.
7. What a tale!
Fantastic!
My word!
My word! You see, I was diving in search of a rare medicinal sea herb. I volunteer at the local children's apothecary on weekends, in the shallows around Sicil's own Black Cove, when I spotted something amazing. The chest belonging to the fabled Captain Pontius.
Ha! Ha!
Though the chest was stuck fast, I summoned a swell of great strength and prized it free from the ancient rock.
Ha! My word!
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Ha! My word!
By the 7, what a tale!
Ha! Ha!
My word!
By the 7, what a tale!
My word!
I had the treasure of a lifetime in my very hands. But then, slurp, gulp, I was swallowed by an ornery kraken that seemed to appear from nowhere.
Fantastic!
My word! My word!
In the hubbub, I lost hold of my prize and watched it sink to the bottom of the beast's cavernous belly. Still, I feared only for a moment that all was futile.
My word!
Bravo! Yee-haw!
Fantastic!
Before my mind's eye swam the faces of the many war widows and leprotic orphans who would be lost without my charitable support. I knew I had to live. Bravo! Yeehaw!
Grabbing fast to the hilt of a cutlass that floated by at just that moment, I summoned all my strength to slash a great gash in the creature's gut. Freeing myself from my would-be tomb, I swam as quickly as I could, first to the surface and then to the shore. It was there, along the rocky beach, that I tripped over this talking head. Strange, isn't it? Hard times, Lord Pinchpenny? I am Reginald the Illusionist, purveyor of the most amazing artifact in Andevale. This fantastical talking head. Catch the act while you can. This show will only remain in Sicil as long as there are Legion soldiers to entertain.
That he ordered a contest across his realm.
Sicil, what you're made of.
My word.
Sigurd and his rainbow war machines. It is said,
My
and this
word.
I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot.
Fantastic.
Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour.
My word.
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicil. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale.
Fantastic!
Psst, you're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Oh, you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything. It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
Hey, stop that!
By the seven! What a tale!
Back for more, I see! Well, I can't say I'm surprised. What with Stefan rattling off legendary yarn after yarn. Take a seat, won't you?
Fantastic! My word! Ha!
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
Fantastic!
My word!
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. Keep your paws in your pockets, if you please. I am...
My word!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to draw a crowd away from where he or she would like to perform a clandestine operation? A resourceful hunter. Come now, it can't be that hard to find something to draw off the attention of this bleating.
Fantastic!
My word.
Come on! Come
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo!
What is it this time? Oh, here we... Wouldn't we all? But unlike a true thespian, you haven't a scrap of material to work with. Must I spell out every step along the way? To the light...
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? As I said, speak to Master Chaucer if you're ready for your debut. He alone can act.
Come on! Come on! What is it? This... Oh, wouldn't we all?
What a tale!
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory red.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal, what you're made of. Beer and flashes.
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry
Demonology for
among novels?
dumbbells.
Rack! What
I need
mayhem!
something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Rack! What mayhem!
No.
Treasure!
This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Fantastic!
Enjoying the fair, aren't you? Of course you are. As I said, speak to...
Come on! Come on! Can't... What is it this time? Oh, here we... Wouldn't we all? But unlike a true thespian, you haven't a scrap of material... Come on! Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? What is it? Oh, not planning on playing to an empty audience, are you? Wait until I've gathered some victims.
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small...
Don't you want to see a show? I should get a... Performers, showmen, show all of them. Seal, what you're made of. Beer and flashes. Performers, showmen. What is it? Not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
The great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines.
Yeehaw!
It is said, and this I have heard from a...
What is it? Oh, not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
Serenaded by a severed head. Step right up!
Fantastic!
A few more moments, and the crowd will be all settled. The stage is yours.
Fantastic! Bravo! Bravo! Fantastic!
If I wanted to wait around doing nothing, I'd get a job at court.
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Bravo! Bravo!
Oh no, you're losing them. Much more of this and they may start chucking rotten foodstuffs.
Get off the stage!
Get off the stage!
My word!
Anyone got an old tomato?
I thought this was supposed to be entertaining. I thought this was supposed to be entertaining.
The crowd has quite...
What is it this time? Not planning...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba.
The stage is yours.
Bravo!
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Fantastic!
Simply marvellous. Good show.
Good show.
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before. A tide of distaste overwhelms the crowd. Haven't you got a tastier morsel to feed them than whatever drivel this is?
Supposed to be entertaining.
Fantastic!
Howling jeers assault your ears. You can't possibly be enjoying this.
Get off the stage! Boo!
Leave the acting to the real actors.
Anyone got an ultimate?
No, I hope there's an encore.
They like you. They really, really like you. Well done, Source Hunter.
Ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known
Come on!
Bravo! Yeehaw!
creamy blues and gory reds, that he ordered a contest.
Back for more, I see! Well, I think you've got...
My word!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm. What do you call a source hunter who finds a way to result? Patience.
Fantastic!
You there! You don't look like someone who's
My
never been
word.
serenaded by a severed
My
head.
word!
Step right up!
My word!
This show is worth a...
What's that nuts?
What's that nutter in the back hollering about?
And see the amazing...
Don't ask me what the
This show is worth... Why are you looking at me? Oh, I'm nothing but your average... Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I just let my appreciation for Well, drawing a crowd's what I do best, and I'd be glad to do it for you. 98, 9... By the seven! What a tale! What are you looking at me for? There's a...
What is it? Oh, not planning on...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity as a small crowd shuffles toward your stage. A few moments longer, and everyone will be seated.
His realm. Today, I think, a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the... It won't be the worst
The stage is yours.
Again?
When did you say this was supposed to start again?
Bravo!
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Fantastic!
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in a tide of distaste overwhelms the crowd. Haven't you got a tastier morsel to feed them than whatever drivel this is? Howling jeers assault your ears. You can't possibly be enjoying this.
Otto.
Get off the stage! Get off the bloody stage!
Bravo!
They like you.
I wouldn't waste another minute on this trash.
The action was innovative, but the story was simply unforgivable.
Have some pity.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sightseer what you're made of.
Excellent! Let's keep it that way.
The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these troubles.
Legion's greetings, Hunter. And what questions are those?
The hunter returns. I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. Starstone? I've never heard of such a thing. Dear Jake had a mineral collection, yes. As far as I knew, it was one of his pastimes, nothing more. Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have gotten him into trouble? Oh, this is all too much. I feel like I'm drifting from nightmare into nightmare. Listen, if you're going to accuse me of something, you had better find the evidence to back up your ridiculous claims. Well, what do you want to know?
Legions.
Ooh. A book about setting up the perfect crime.
must be some way to open this. Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. I suppose your example has inspired me to reach heights I never before envisioned. That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda, dearest. I'm just doing my duty, you know, for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, my lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, my lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint. So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so, my lady. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark. My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda, dearest. I'm just doing my duty for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, my lady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be harmed.
Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, my lady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc nor demon.
Oh, but what if you were to be ambushed, caught unawares? Oh, catch me, for I might faint. So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark. My, what a strong and The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Legion's greetings, Hunter.
Can you spare a coin?
Oh, wow. Thank the seven, we secured the perimeter.
Attention! About face! To the buttocks! Notch! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the buttocks! Notch! Recruits! That's
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Sicil at your earliest convenience. What about it? Have you found any incriminating evidence against her? How to plan the perfect murder? Really? Really? She might as well wear a dress with the words "I killed Jake and I liked it" embroidered on it. But that alone wouldn't suffice to convince me. So convince me, Hunter, and keep looking. Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Absolutely. Without his complicity, the body snatcher would have been caught immediately.
Shame to arrest a man who buried so many legionnaires with military honors, but so be it. I'll send out a chap to apprehend him forthwith.
Do you hear that, Clinkin?